What is going on, basketball fans, and welcome back to NBA GOAT News. In a thrilling West Conference showdown on Tuesday night, Nikola Jokic put on masterclass, scoring 38 points, grabbing 10 rebounds, and snagging 5 steals to lead the Denver Nuggets to a 119-115 comeback victory over the Golden State Warriors. Jokic, the reigning league MVP, showcased his usual brilliance and came really close to his 9th triple-double of the season, falling just 4 assists shy. He remains tied with Magic Johnson for the third most triple-doubles in NBA history at 138. Jokic's all-around dominance set the tone for Denver, who snapped Golden State's 10-point fourth-quarter lead with a relentless late surge. Michael Porter Jr. chipped in 22 points, while Aaron Gordon added 15 points and 9 rebounds, including clutch free throws that gave Denver the lead with just 48 seconds left. The Warriors started hot in the fourth quarter with a blistering 19-4 run to flip a 5-point deficit into a 104-94 advantage, but the Nuggets refused to back down, clawing their way back with Jokic orchestrating the offense and their defense stepping up in the clutch. The game's pivotal moment came with 20 seconds left when Jamal Murray picked off a Warriors pass, denying them a chance to tie or take the lead. Steph Curry led the Warriors with 24 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds, but struggled from beyond the arc, shooting just 4 for 15 on threes. Jonathan Kuminga provided a spark off the bench with 19 points, but Golden State missed the presence of Draymond Green, sidelined with left calf tightness. Denver continues to dominate this matchup, extending their regular season win streak over Golden State to 8 games. The loss marks Golden State's 5th in a row, a stark contrast to their blazing 12-3 start. They'll look to regroup as they head to Houston next week for an NBA Cup quarterfinals. The Dallas Mavericks pulled off an electrifying 121-116 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday night, overcoming a 15-point deficit with a clutch fourth-quarter surge. Luka Doncic was sensational, tallying 37 points and 12 rebounds, while Spencer Dinwiddie and PJ Washington Jr. nailed crucial three-pointers in the final 2 minutes to seal the win. The Mavericks, who needed both a win and some help on the final night of the NBA Cup group play, clinched the Western Conference wildcard spot and now prepared to face the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder in the quarterfinals. Down 111-103 with just 3:34 left, Dallas erupted on a 16-3 run fueled by Dinwiddie's dagger threes and Washington's pinpoint shooting. Washington finished with 18 points, while Derek Lively contributed a double-double with 17 points and 11 rebounds. Dinwiddie added 16 points, including a game-changing pull-up three-pointer that gave Dallas the lead for good at 113-111 with 140 remaining. The Grizzlies were led by Ja Morant, who poured in a season-high 31 points, including 15 in the fourth quarter. Despite Morant's heroics, Memphis' 6-game winning streak came to an end, eliminating them from the NBA Cup. Desmond Bane added 19 points, and Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 14 of his 16 in the dominant first half. Memphis appeared to have control after outscoring Dallas 38-22 in the third quarter, but the Mavericks roared back in the final frame, outscoring the Grizzlies 39-21. Free throws were pivotal for Dallas, who shot a season-high 44 attempts, making 30. Compared to Memphis' 14. Despite committing a season-high 25 turnovers, the Mavericks' resilience and late-game poise carried them to their 5th straight victory and their 9th in the last 10 games. The Mavericks ride their momentum into the NBA Cup quarterfinals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. In a high-energy matchup Tuesday night, the Phoenix Suns powered past the San Antonio Spurs 104-93, despite losing Kevin Durant to an ankle injury late in the second quarter. Devin Booker led the way with 29 points, showcasing his scoring prowess and hitting a major career milestone by surpassing 15,000 points. Booker now stands second on Phoenix's all-time scoring list behind only Walter Davis. Durant's exit with 3:51 remaining in the second quarter casts a shadow over the game. Though he left under his own power after scoring 13 points, still, Phoenix found a way to rally, leaning on Booker's leadership and balanced contributions from the supporting cast. Tyrese Jones and Bradley Beal added 16 and 10 points, while Iguodala stepped up admirably in place of injured center Yusuf Nurkic. San Antonio's Victor Wembanyama struggled early, going 0 for 7 from the field in the first half. However, he turned things around in the second, scoring 15 points and grabbing 13 rebounds to notch another double-double. Devin Vassell provided a spark off the bench with 25 points, while Jeremy Sochan, returning from thumb surgery, impressed with 14 points and 12 boards. The Suns wasted no time setting the tone, opening with an 11-0 run before the Spurs managed to respond. San Antonio's cold shooting from beyond the arc proved to be their Achilles heel, connecting on just 8 of 44 attempts. Despite a late push for the Spurs, Phoenix held their ground, using clutch clutch buckets from Booker and timely defensive stops to seal the victory. While the Suns claimed the win, their hopes for an NBA Cup wildcard were dashed when Dallas defeated Memphis. Still, the game underscored Phoenix's depth and resilience, a promising sign as they prepare for the stretch ahead. The New York Knicks put on a dominant performance Tuesday night, defeating the Orlando Magic 121-106 at Madison Square Garden to secure their spot in the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Powered by Karl Anthony Towns' double-double of 23 points and 15 rebounds, the Knicks showcased their depth and poise in a high-stakes matchup. The victory extended New York's unbeaten streak in East Group A to 4-0, earning them home court advantage against Atlanta on December 11th. Orlando, despite the loss, advanced as the East wildcard and will head to Milwaukee for their next NBA Cup challenge. The Knicks wasted no time asserting control, jumping out to a 36-26 lead after the first quarter. Their offense hummed in the second quarter, led by Jalen Brunson's 21 points and timely contribution from Bridges' 19 points and Josh Hart, who chipped in 11 points and 10 rebounds. By halftime, New York had built a commanding 71-51 lead, putting Orlando in an uncomfortable position. Franz Wagner did his best to keep Orlando competitive, finishing with a game-high 30 points. His brother Moritz Wagner provided a spark off the bench with 20 points, but the Magic struggled to match the Knicks' balanced attack. New York's defense also stunned Orlando's usual rhythm, holding them to 43% shooting from the field for the first three quarters. The Knicks blew the game wide open in the third quarter, extending their lead to as much as 31 points. With their quarterfinal spot all but secured, New York eased up in the fourth, allowing Orlando to claw back and outscore them 31-15. Still, the outcome was never in doubt. The Knicks head into the NBA Cup quarterfinals brimming with confidence as they prepare to host Atlanta, while the Magic will need to refocus against a formidable Milwaukee squad. The Cleveland Cavaliers flexed their dominance Tuesday night, rolling past the Washington Wizards 118-87 at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley each dropped 19 points, with Mobley also grabbing 10 rebounds to power the Cavs to their most lopsided win of the season. Cavaliers, now boasting an NBA best 19-3 record, continue to be nearly untouchable at home, improving to 12-1 on their court. Bench contributions from Merrill and George Niang, who each scored 14 points, gave Cleveland an extra spark. The win marked the Cavs' 10th consecutive triumph over the Wizards, their longest streak in the 55-year history of the matchup. Cleveland raced out to an early lead and never looked back, holding double-digit advantage for most of the contest. A 10-0 run late in the second quarter, fueled by 5 points and an assist from Darius Garland, ballooned the lead to 48-28, effectively putting the game out of reach. Despite the dominant win, the Cavs faced tense moments. Garland exited in the third quarter after taking an accidental elbow from Jonas Valanciunas, but is not expected to miss time. Mitchell briefly left the court after a collision left his arm dangling, but returned moments later to the delight of the Cavs fans. For Washington, the struggles continued as their losing streak reached 15 games. Jonas Valanciunas led the Wizards with 13 points and 11 rebounds, joined by Jordan Poole and rookie Bub Carrington with 13 points apiece. Injuries piled up for the Wizards, with Keyshawn George and Corey Kispert and Malcolm Brogdon all sidelined before the night was over. With this win, the Cavaliers continue their ascent as a league powerhouse, while the Wizards search for answers amid their growing adversity. The Milwaukee Bucks continued their torrid streak, storming past the Detroit Pistons 128-107 on Tuesday night to secure a spot in the NBA Cup quarterfinals. Powered by the unstoppable duo of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, the Bucks claimed their 7th straight win and solidified their status as a team to beat. From the opening tip, Milwaukee set the tone. Lillard drilled a jumper on the first possession and erupted for 7 quick points, igniting a 10-4 run that put the Bucks in control early. The Pistons had no answer for Milwaukee's blistering offense, which shot an eye-popping 70% from the floor in the first half, building a commanding 78-59 halftime lead. Antetokounmpo delivered another masterclass, finishing with 28 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds in just 28 minutes. The Greek Freak's efficiency was jaw-dropping, connecting on 10 of 11 shots before resting for the entire fourth quarter. Lillard added 27 points, showcasing his signature mix of deep threes and clutch drives to the basket. Milwaukee's supporting cast also shined. Gary Trent Jr. chipped in 16 points, while Bobby Portis and Torrin Prince contributed 14 apiece. The Bucks were firing on all cylinders, shooting 66% through 3 quarters and leaving little doubt about the outcome. For the Pistons, it was a tough blow in what was supposed to be a high-stakes matchup. Cade Cunningham led Detroit with 23 points, but the team's offense struggled to keep pace with Milwaukee's firepower. Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Jalen Duren combined for 42 points, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Bucks' relentless attacks. Lillard's early scoring outburst set the tone, but Milwaukee's near-perfect shooting in the first half effectively sealed the game. The Bucks' precision was a clinic, leaving the Pistons scrambling from the outset. The Bucks will look to carry their momentum into the NBA Cup knockout stage, while the Pistons will try to regroup after a disappointing elimination. If you want more NBA news, highlights, and game recaps like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.